Hi, I'm Betsy Yelmgren, registered dietitian and pediatric nutrition expert with Feed to Succeed. Today I want to talk about what it's like to be a kid with IBS. Now we know IBS includes symptoms like diarrhea, bloating, constipation, and discomfort. I've heard parents and kids alike both say, "Oh, gee, after I eat, it looks like my belly is pregnant." Or kids have been embarrassed because they're sitting in class and their stomach's making gurgling noises. They have to pass gas, but they're trying to hold it. Or maybe they have to interrupt the teacher to get a pass to run to the bathroom. The pain and discomfort of IBS leads to other problems, for example, poor appetite or food avoidance. Sometimes these kids are suspicious that certain foods are bothering their symptoms, so they cut back on foods they're eating and avoid certain food groups. Over time, when kids are eating fewer foods in smaller amounts or avoiding certain food groups, this can lead to unintentional weight loss. And avoiding certain food groups can also cause an unbalanced diet, especially in the case of leaving out entire food groups. The cause of IBS may go beyond physical discomfort and these symptoms we're talking about. There's other things like days of missed school. Some of these kids are known as frequent flyers at the nurse's office. Kids wake up with stomach aches, they can't get out of bed. It seems like these issues just come and go. Sometimes they're cyclical. They have bad weeks, they have good weeks. We can't really figure it out. IBS can be really hard to pin down. Gas, bloating, abdominal pain. These can be symptoms for lots of things. Many of the kids who come to me have had endoscopies, they've had blood work, and they've seen multiple specialists. A lot of times they've tried various medicines like Tums, Prilosec, anti-anxiety medicine. Nothing seems to work. In the end, IBS is a diagnosis of exclusion, meaning, we've tested everything we could imagine, doesn't seem like anything's wrong with you, we're going to call it IBS. For older children and teenagers, it might even be more complicated to pinpoint because they may not be quite as forthcoming with talking about the problems they're experiencing with their parents or their peers. So what do you do when you get this diagnosis of IBS? We know that IBS affects anywhere from 5 to 20% of people in the population, and it can have multiple causes. Anxiety is one cause of IBS. But we also know that up to 75% of people who experience IBS symptoms are actually having some food sensitivities that are contributing to the problem. It's really important to rule out other GI issues. You need to see a GI doctor if you've had any of these symptoms we're talking about today. But if you do get diagnosed with IBS or other problems have been ruled out, one of the best ways to see if food is the cause of your problems is to do a low FODMAPs diet. In a low FODMAPs diet, what we do is avoid foods that are known to trigger IBS symptoms for a period of time, a short period of time, 2 to 6 weeks usually. In this trial, we're going to reduce the amount of high FODMAP foods we eat and see if our symptoms get better. If that happens, then we can systematically add them back in and determine which foods are really the cause of your problem. To learn more about high FODMAP foods and how and why they cause IBS symptoms, watch the video at the top left or in the link in the description below. Please connect with us over the coming weeks as we bring you more information about FODMAPs and the low FODMAPs diet.